this is it. Look at this. Here's their stove. Here where they boil up, make their cup of tea. Now here's a telephone. Way up in the mountains, and there's this old structure here of you wouldn't even think there was a town here. And it was only accessible by rail in the 1900s. Wow, oh, there's another building over here. Oh, there's a whole, wow, there's a whole bunch of them. There's just non-stop buildings all through the hills, listed all through the hillside up here. What a fireplace. It's got an archway door to the bedrooms and stuff. Hi explorers, and welcome back to the channel. The Forsaken Explorer NZ here, and I brought you guys here to a really cool abandoned incline. It was a railway incline to take the trains and that up the top of the hill to a now closed and abandoned coal mine that opened in January 21st 1912 and then shut down in August of 1985. It became abandoned for a number of years until they decided that with the natural decay and how wonderful it looked, that they would open up the train line as a great journeys bike ride for, or a walk if you're a keen walker, to have a look. So we have hired a couple of e-bikes. I was going to bring me a little pit dirt bike, but they don't allow motorbikes here. I could have snuck it in, but I thought it wouldn't be naughty since we'd have video evidence. So behind me here we have the first train tunnel. We've come in probably about a few kilometres, and we have Morticia's with us from Morticia's Air Photography, and we have these little e-bikes, and yeah, so we're going to cycle these bikes up to the top of the incline on this old railway track, and there's a lot of old relics and incline and a lot of really cool stuff just sitting there preserved, pump houses and all sorts of stuff. It is quite unknown, it's kept quite quiet, and not many people know about it, not even myself, who is not too far away. So we'll get down through here and have a bit of a look. Might not put so much cycle video clips like we did on the motorbike. We'll just get into it, but if there's some cool stuff along the way, we're seeing some cool valleys and all sorts of cool stuff, then perhaps we might show you a few cool things along the way. Other than that, let's get to the video and get cycling along here and show you some history, some really cool, amazing abandoned history. Cheers explorers, and let's get to the video. Wow, here we are explorers. Second railway tunnel. Wow, it's bicycle tunnel now, but was a railway tunnel. Oh wow, it's all blowing out. Wow, it's all being done with dynamite through the middle here. How cool is that? What a cool old railway tunnel. Look at the ranges, beautiful. Look at those cliff sides up there. Wowee. Bit of a bridge here. Ooh. There was a large slip here. Looks like it's been all cleared up now. Look at this old rock wall here from the side of the old railway track we're on. Bit of a waterfall coming down there. Sounds so nice and fresh. It's a hot day. Ah, cheers. Bit of a coal cart there and some battery ruins here. Ooh, let's cycle through the river ford. Whee! That's a bit of fun, isn't it? In memory of Keith Butler, killed 13th the 9th 1988, which is weird. They still did coal mining here, but this line was unused from 1985. Alright, we're going to cross this river. And there ain't no way to do it but get in and get your feet wet by the looks of it. And I can't cycle the bike over here. Here's Morticia crossing the river. I've just done my crossing. She's doing well. She doesn't usually like getting wet feet. Right, so we cross this river. While we're on the way past, we'll check out this. I believe we're not far from the site now because we have some ruins here already. So back in the day, this works like a big funnel system. They would have had a conveyor belt system loading this at the top. They'd park the truck underneath here way back in the day and drop open the hatch. You can see a lever up here. Hopefully I'm filming high enough, and one gone on this side where it would pull them open and all the coal would drop down into the trucks. And like I say, this is probably really old because the site is from 1912. Well, and I love climbing shit, but I think this is a little bit too rusty. Yep, way too rusty. Sorry for breaking something historical, but I just had to demonstrate that. These things are so cool. If you haven't hired one before, an e-bike, pedaling is effortless. There's some structures down here in the river, probably from bridges. Wow! We've got an old cart graveyard here, as Morticia put it, and I quite liked her description. Now, as I say, the mine would have been up here somewhere. They probably had slips over the years, or they just discarded them and pushed them down the edge. So a few carts and stuff here from this abandoned site. We're not even at the main site yet. This is just cool stuff that we're seeing so far on the way. And there's been a huge slip up at this point up here at some time. But these have been down here for a wee while. You can tell with the growth around them and stuff like that. But look at these carts. Gold mining carts. They had a tippy system where they would tip them. Man, it's swampy around here. Lucky I've already got wet shoes. They don't turn anymore. Nope. Nope. Alright, so we've got some more carts over here. Cool. Wow, just going to keep cycling for this one, but look at this. Boiler system, cart pieces, bridge pieces, metal pieces, old railway tracks over here, coal buckets or something there. Look, there's some cable runners there for the old incline. There's structures here. Got an old rusty I-beam over here. We've got some stuff down the mountainside over here of an old, probably another one of those funnel systems for the coal. Wow, it doesn't end. We're actually getting up to the concrete here where they had some concrete on the sides. Probably there would have been a structure over the top on these concrete here. You can see these pieces here where they've cut the steel off the concrete there. And so all underneath this concrete here would have been a big loading bay, again from up in here. And you can see all the wood from the platform here. And over here, what's in this shed over here? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. Oh, no wonder we're not moving. No, that is cool. We have another little river here. We'll make sure Morticia doesn't come off this time. We found out why she was having issues. The bike place gave her a bike with flat tyres. Luckily they gave us a pump too. Wow, look at these structures over here. They would have been that what was on the sides of the concrete they've cut off and just stacked to the side here. That is cool. Wow, look at that. That would have probably been the... Look at the size of the electric motor. Wow. Someone was telling me when they used to run it back in the day that it would take one small power station for this area to run all this. It's unreal. A huge cog system to lock everything in place. I don't know 100% if that's for the winching system or for the large barrels that they'd turn to mix everything around, because they shot all the coal down from the coal sides in basically a water run system down the mountainside. But here we have the ruins of the old machinery room. Wow, this is just cool. Really is spectacular. People have smashed all the windows, or it could be birds. I'm not 100% sure. But this is something cool right here. Let's climb up in here and have a look. Wow. The concrete isn't just for something that's over 100 years old, is in really good condition. I would imagine they would have had their machines and stuff bolted in here. You can see pipes. Or, I could be wrong, it could be their bathhouse. There are tanks and stuff. That may have actually been the bathhouse. I'm not 100%, but usually a room this shape was a machine room with these arched windows. But we do have here where Morticia is, the really cool old fireplace there. These are steel windows. Before they really did wood windows. In industrial buildings they did these steel windows. Aluminium extrusion or joinery didn't exist at that time. Wow. Wow, what a cool structure. If you ever wondered how jandals are made, this is how. I don't know why this is here, but obviously they have a machine to stomp it out from this material here. And it's a good old Kiwi jandal. And they call them many other things, flip-flops and thongs and all sorts around the world. We call it jandals, because we're Kiwis. Yes, we found the wood bridge after we had to go through a swamp, an actual swamp. Must be the time of the year, I don't know, it's spring, it hasn't really been raining. But we found the wood bridge. Oh, it just gets muckier and muckier. It's just swampy. How much further is it like this? Well, we're footbound from here, so being that we're responsible for these hired bikes, we've locked them up, and it's not cyclable from here. You'd have to stop and lift over lots of trees, so we're going to go up and continue to follow the markers until we find the remains of the incline, which did come down here, and the rest of the cool stuff up there. So we'll see you up there. Wow, this is an old footbridge here. Wow, this is the viaduct. This is a train viaduct we're walking on here. Right. If you can see that on camera, you can see a couple of stumps of the old train line hanging over from a viaduct that went across here. Just sticking out there, I can see it perfectly, but I don't know if the camera can. Right, so we're approaching the first cart that parked up on the incline that would have been on some tracks. And as if you watched my videos before, you'd know the situation of a one up, one down cable winching system. The weight of a descending cart would rise up the empty cart, and we can even see here the rigging lines right here, rusted away. But where they rigged the carts up, here's another one here. They're still intact. This system in fact has not run in a long time. It's the train line out of here that stopped in 85. I believe this one may have stopped back in the as early as the 60s or the 50s. Wow, another cart graveyard here. There's some carts in there. Wow. And a pipe here. Oh wow, there's some more carts through here. Wow, they're everywhere. They're scattered from they must be at the bottom of the incline where they came down, where they did the sorting. Must have been here. I bought a second battery, I'm glad, because I'm so low on battery. I think the battery in this is getting a bit headed. And all the cool videos I've bought you, there's just carts all through here. Scattered all through the bushes here, and over here, and over here. There's just ruins everywhere. Some sort of big metal, big thing. That one thing weighs an absolute ton. Whoa. Probably a good 20 kilos, that. Wow. Alright, so looks like we follow the markers this way. They go this way here. Well, and I'm glad I got a second battery. I'll be swapping it out shortly when you go back on my head strap. Now, if I can find them, there is some epic mines in here. Absolutely epic. And I've got my gas detector to detect for gas. And we will actually give you guys a view of it this time rather than telling you what the vibration settings are doing. We'll put the function on loud. It is noisy, I'll warn you. It goes beep 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 beep. It's very noisy. Wow, this is cool. Danger, gas bore, no smoking. There's these painted arrows everywhere that show you where to go on the path. And they go all the way up. We've gone past a couple of mine entrances. There could be plenty more this way. But before we get committed to going through that far that way and find nothing, we're going to stop right here, have some lunch, go back to the ones that's around the corner, check them out first. There's nothing to see. We'll carry on up, climbing rocks. Right, explorers. Okay, we'll start that again. Right, explorers, we're going to go into this mine here. It's very slippery and treacherous. I just slipped over at the start of the video and had to start again. I might leave it in as a blooper, I don't know, probably will. And I've got a headlight on and my torch in case I can't point the torch where the camera's looking, because I've got to climb. It's very slippery, very dangerous. It has jagged rocks, it has lots of dangerous stuff. I've got caving and equipment with me. Gas detector, as you can see, it's very unstable, the entrance, so I'm being as careful as I possibly can. Right, there is a bit of a collapse, and then after that it's all good. So once we get past the collapse, we'll be all good and safe. I saw some other chaps make a really cool video. They went in a mine. I might have mentioned earlier actually. They went past a bit of debris and then it looked good after that. And they had railway tracks and all that stuff in there. And the mine was quite stable, but the wood had come down. Just like this one. Only the wood's come down in here. My gas detector's on, pretty sure. Yep. It's not alerting me at this stage. So we're good. Sometimes these rotten wood, not being able to breathe, can let out more dangerous gases than the coal. Right, once we get up here, we are actually on a really cool incline and railway track that's still there, intact. Here it is here. Once we get over this beam that's fallen down, Timber does rot though, so they just make the mine unstable. It just makes the timber. Here we go here, look. They used TNT back in the day to dynamite, but these are not that. These are batteries. Ever ready. Railway industrial use only. Ah, right. They might have used them to power the lights or something. They could be that chain. Well, it's got a pretty cool incline here. Wires and stuff in here, old bottle. There was electricity in this mine. Ah, this is it. Look at this. Here's their stove. Here where they boil up, make their cup of tea. Look, here's a telephone. Hello, Forsaken Explorer. See? The old telephone in here, extension lead. I'll just put that back how we found it on here. Always leave things how we can. Rather intact. Look at the railway tracks here. These are actually timber beams by the look of it. They probably had the railway tracks either within that for the smaller narrow carts. I'd say that's probably how they were. Don't believe they would have had tracks on the top. It's not big enough for that. Right, I just want to see what our gas detector reads. If I can undo it. How do you undo this damn thing? It's still flashing green, I can see that. How do you undo this damn? Hang on. Sorry, can't work it. It's got a belt clip, but I don't know how you undo the damn thing. Right, there we are. Right, there we are. Okay, we're just oxygen level only is what it's reading in here. Oh, but now I've got no hands. So I might just put it back in my pocket. I won't put it on that belt clip. It's too hard to get on and off. Oh. Light and power cables. Okay, I don't think we'll go up much further than this. Come in and have a little bit of a look. I mainly want to see that cool telephone and the gas jug, but there's no gas in here at this stage. So it's cool. It's safe, apart from the wood. The structure itself, there is the odd fallen rock here and there, but I mean, it's not being used for over 100 years, so you've got to expect the odd rock here and there to fall down with earthquakes and stuff. I mean, I am in the South Island. There has been a lot of earthquakes and stuff in the South Island, so you've just got to remember that. And there's been earthquakes recently here in this area where I am as well. What the heck was that? That was creepy. I just heard someone going like that, like you know, someone going, well, paranormal as. I didn't even bring in my bag in here because I didn't want too much. It's too heavy. It's over 20 kilos of gear in there at the moment with this trek. It's got my paranormal gear in it too. Oh, I heard another noise. It was like a footstep behind me, it was opposite to mine. I was lifting my leg at the time I heard a footstep, like I've been followed. What a spooky place. Just on the way out, look at these carts. Heaps of carts here. And the entrance to this incline mine. Look at them all. Wow, those wheels don't turn anymore. They have barricaded this off at some point. It's collapsed in, probably when they finished here. And there's another tunnel around the corner there, but it gets too low. I did have a look. There's just very short. It's got electricity and stuff in there, like just cables and stuff. That might have been like a little side power room for powering the winches or something like that. Didn't go very far. Damn it, I just took a big step and ripped my trousers. Alright, see you out there.
There's a cart in there.
Yeah, this was deliberately being blocked to keep people out. There's a cart in here. And I don't think I can crawl through there. That's a tiny gap. Right, explorers, I won't put you on my head strap at this stage. Well, we've got to cross all this river terrain. We just talked to some other explorers and they told us it's worth going up this way. There's some ruins of buildings, possibly a church and chimneys and all sorts of stuff this way. So rather than you seeing me climbing over rocks and stuff, we'll save a bit of battery, pull the camera back out when we get there. See you in a moment. Cheers. Right, explorers, we're climbing way up a cliff, but we're following the markers. They take us to the abandoned town. We've come all the way up here from the creek, up windy and steep steps like this, all the way up. Plenty more markers in the trees. I'm not sure how much up to go, but this is one long epic adventure. We'll see you up there. Rightio, explorers, we've made it up as far to where we've got to some tracks and the incline that they used from the early 1900s. You can see the tracks and stuff here, and an old viaduct and stuff. Another track here, even the winching cable here used to winch up and down. Looks like we've got to go this way over some old rotten looking railway sleepers. It still seems solid enough actually, and we are literally climbing the incline right next to the train tracks, but we're working out to be quite a long video, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen inclines before, so we'll see you at the next site of cool stuff, or the top, whichever comes first. Wow, we've come across a couple of concrete towers. That probably was for the rigging for up and down of the coal mine. There's actually, before we pop up the rest of the track, we'll just have a little look in here. If it's a bit shaky, I've got you on my handheld at the moment, not on the head strap. Bit of a setup involved with that one. Wow. Wow. So this will be the top of the incline here. Wow, it is really cool. Oh, you can see where the incline comes down. Up here. We are so far up. This has been quite a hike. Wow, I can see that we're basically at the top now, because here's where the incline flattens off to come down. This would have been a viaduct. It's straight down all the way to the top of the bottom of the mountain, sorry. And we've just basically hiked to the top of this very big mountain. Wow, that's the top of that viaduct. There are ruins everywhere through here. On the way up, we've stumbled across an old teapot. Mine is going to stop for a bit of tea break back in the day. It's quite intact. Here's the winch here for the top of the incline, for the carts and stuff like that. So we're definitely at the top now. There's meant to be some structures and stuff up here. Well, Trisha's just having a rest back. She may or may not continue. It is extreme, absolutely extreme for people that don't do this sort of thing all day every day. Wow, wow, An old structure up here, done in concrete, just like the other old one. Wow. Just to think this has been up here in the bush in the middle of nowhere, buried up here many years. Wow. There's an old house over there. We've got the chimney stack here. So this is obviously where the workers that worked up here probably slept and camped up, and also was their winching powerhouse. May have had their lunch in here. Wow, I had a fire to keep warm, and they'd probably heat the belly up for a bit of a hot drink. You can see here, did have water as well. It did have power. Here's an old power connector here. Wow, and that's pretty cool. I know what that is too, I can't think of it. It's got a little gear here. An old bell or something.
It's actually an old wind-up telephone.
Telephone bell or something like that. Wow, so this is the very top. Oh, and there's an underneath here. There's a chimney there in the bushes. Wow, some cool ruins up here. It's a great big old chimney there. Wow. Not sure if it is or not, but it looks, when I look on the screen, that this camera is a bit sturdy, so just give it a bit of a click. Like to keep the lens clean, so you can see. Slipping over. Ruins of an old building. I'm walking on the roof, it's collapsed into the ground. What have we got over here? There's some old floorboards here, the building. Right here. It's got me English here, sorry. Yeah, this was a house. Wow, and the pathway continues this way. And again we'll get, oh, look at this. Oh wow, actually, there's a, an old powerhouse in here with old windows just back in here. Wow, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's still concrete around. I'm standing on a concrete wall right now. Wow, let's jump down and have a look. Wow, cool. Way up in the mountains, and there's this old structure here of you wouldn't even think there was a town here. It was only accessible by rail in the 1900s. Wow, oh, there's another building over here. Oh, there's a whole, wow, there's a whole bunch of them. There's just non-stop buildings all through the hills, littered all through the hillside up here. Wow. What was this old building? I'm literally in the middle of a huge building.
Here's an old photo of the town I'm currently in and the incline. An earlier photo not showing as much detail as to what's currently here. There's more buildings here at this time. This photo was taken in 1912. This building is a coal sorting factory, I found from my research.
You've got to be glad you don't have gorse if you're watching overseas. Pretty sure it's native to New Zealand. I could be corrected. Well, look at the old window frames. Now it's just getting too much to get into here. Wow. Little structures there. Can we get through this way? Wow. Wow. Can't believe I just climbed up a cliff and this is up here. This is just amazing. A whole massive building. It just goes on and on and on. Another part to it over here with a window. See what it is over there. It's got upstairs windows up through there. It was a big 2-story building. This is just unreal. Totally another spectrum of abandon right here. It really is. If it's not cool to watch on camera, this is just, to me, this is just mind-blowing that I'm right now in the middle of a big building. I mean, we've trekked on bikes and foot and all sorts for hours to get here. I mean, here's an old chain link fence to keep people out, and there's an old power pole up there. This is just unreal. So intact. I mean, the incline's basically gone, and this is here. What have we got down here? Oh, we've even got some stairs. Wow, another building in there. Stairs that go down the mountainside here. It looks a little too unstable for my liking. Can't be too silly up here because I'm the only one up here now. Wow. Oh, there's more structures all through the hillside here. Another one up in here. Oh, and you can see power pole up there. If you can see that. Power pole from the power lines that would have come up here. This is like, wow. This is cool. Wonder how much further this town carries on. Oh. See, there's more structures over this way. What the hang? This is, oh my goodness, they're everywhere. There's another structure this way. Another one over, another house or something over there. Wow, another big building here. And there's the chimney. Can't believe this. Taken back, just claimed back by nature. This is just unreal. If they weren't concrete and they were wood, you wouldn't even know anything was here. Look at that, old power lines. And there's another chimney through there, through the bushes, if you can see that. Wow. How much more does this go? Wow. Another house or building to house the people with a large chimney in it too, and a fireplace in there. That fireplace. It's got an archway door to the bedrooms and stuff. If I'm rushing, I really do apologise. I don't like leaving an explorer behind. She literally, we come so far, she literally said just go on and carry on. I can't believe that. Just a roof left there in a wood floor structure from a house. See, I managed to find an old photo of up here in a book, so hopefully I can find that online. Oh wow, there's a roof there from another house. Wow. Roof. Another chimney over here. Oh my god. This is worth the effort of hiking for a few hours to get up here. Wow. I'm literally standing on the floor of someone's house. You can see the floor joist. This is the front deck of their house. you'd be isolated up here. You'd have to go up on a coal cart to get up here. I don't know if you'd have your family up here or not. What have we got over here? It's like a metal wall or something over here. Oh, this might be part of the tram line as well. There's like a pathway here. What is this? How much further does this go? Is this the end of the line? It's all been marked with these red markers of where you go. And I don't see any more from this point onwards. Maybe this is. Oh, jeez. Sorry, trip over. Not. Oh, it carries on. I just don't know how much further I can go. Like I say, I don't like leaving an explorer behind. This is just absolutely surreal. I'm going to go a little further. If we don't see any more structures or ruins, straight away I see one here. Looks like the incline went two directions. It's going down this way now. Okay, so it went both sides. It did, yes. If you go up and over the other side, you get to another mine site where there was a large disaster, where I'll have to get back to you on the amount. It's hard to remember all the research.
And here's the disaster I'm referring to, the Rewanui Mine disaster. 65 men lost their lives while coal mining underground on March 26, 1896.
How much further do we go? But it does continue into another mine site over the other side of the hill. I think I'm going to go to the top of this ridge here. If we don't see anything else, we're going to have to turn back. Because, yeah, never leave behind an explorer. It does just keep, I really want to keep going, I do, but I can't do that. Alright, we'll get back to you soon. Right, it was too cool. I went and got Morticia, and she's come up now. She wasn't actually that far from the top. And I found an old bottle here. A really old one from back in the day. There's lots of old relics and stuff up here. Really is, there's a lot to see. We might be able to see more now. We'll get back to you if we go further with Morticia to find more. Well, explorers, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed that epic adventure of an abandoned township of an old coal mine way up in the hills in the mountains that's been abandoned for the train line since 1985, but possibly much earlier for that coal site we went up into. And we're basically just about out of this road now. So if you did like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and to push the bell notification button, and to comment down below, and we will catch you on the next Explore. That's all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Forsaken Explorer over and out.
mission knocking.